So this is a special request for Mr. Jamie Foxx. So let's see what Spirit want us to know about Mr. Jamie. How's he doing? How has things been since everything happened? I'm smelling like a very fresh laundry detergent. I feel like there are I'm hearing glitches or some energy where there are certain things he may do, and like his family will tell each other, like, let him, don't do it, don't interrupt him, like just let him do what what he's doing. So I do feel like there's still some mental healing that's still happening with him, and his motor skills is what I'm getting here. I'm getting strength in formulating sentences. Damn, someone trying to shut me up. Strength. Yeah, he was told to be quiet. Strength in formulating sentences, y'all. Oh my God. In my left eye. I hit the pause button. My left eye is feeling like it's full of Oh, so he could develop, if this hasn't happened yet, he could develop stuttering issues or like mute, like he could go mute out of nowhere sometimes. There's still imbalances in his body that he's still healing from. Yes, he's able to form sentences and stuff, but I feel like he still, blinks out sometimes. And they tell people to just let him, because he comes in, goes in and out of it. I don't, honestly, y'all, from what I'm feeling, I don't think he won't ever be the same. He gives me a high function autism is what he gives me. Very intelligent, still funny, but there's something gone from the solar plexus with his comedy too that will ever this lifetime return. It's just a part of what he wanted to go through though, phase wise. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting loopy energy still and everything. Excuse me. And they got it so he can't talk much. He would have a lot to tell, but he just can't. And like I said, I feel like sometimes he, like nothing comes out, but his mouth is like trying to get it out, and then it's not funny. But when I see Jamie's face, because we're so used to him being a comedian and making certain faces that, but no, this is very serious. But they're saying his neurological system is still in shock. So his motor skills can be quite interesting. And then in addition to that, his speech, I feel like stunted speech could come in if it hasn't yet, where he'll get too excited. Again, ties into his nervous system, his neurological system, and then his speech locks up. But they say his spirit locks up. I feel like a way he can override that though is to sing. So we may find that he may start putting it in song, whatever it is that he still has to, like, once he catch on to it, because they're pointing out how like Michelle A talks with a high-pitched voice, but when she sings with the lower registered voice. And I think she said her doctor told her is the air goes over top of her larynx or something, and that's why her voice is a higher pitch. But when she sings, she's able to shift it and have the air flowing where it needs to through her respiratory system. So there's something here with Jamie and brain function, communication and expression. Due to the shock in his neurological system, it feels like, again, he could override it through song, is what they're saying. Whatever it is he would want to tell. Okay? So, welcome to my newbies. Hello to my oldies. My name is Diamond, and you are watching Pretty Blind Eyes. The readings held on this channel are for entertainment purposes only. The discussions held on this channel should not be taken as literal advice. I am legally blind, so I do read Braille on my cards to decipher what they are, but I'm an overall intuitive reader. Damn. It's a lot they do. They are still keeping, y'all, the Hermit card and a Death card. Overall intuitive I think he did cross over, or he saw, because I'm seeing the light, you know, he knows what the tunnel and everything is now. I haven't heard any interviews. I haven't watched any of his shows or nothing. So if he did mention any of this or something similar, please comment below if you made it this far. I am an overall intuitive reader, but I have Braille on my cards to decipher what they are. In the description box below, you can find several ways to interact with me, one of which is the availability. Yeah. Did they have to bring him back? Did they have to do the shock thing? Because that's what I see too. But I'm not sure. There is something surrounding death that they are keeping private. Empress card with the Eight of Swords. And the Seven of Swords. Is this Granny here? I feel there's Granny around him as if she may not be here. Maybe that's who he may have seen. But with this Empress. In the description box below, you can find several ways to interact with me. Yeah, I hear her talking. Free yourself, son. Yeah, is his Granny still alive? That's who raised him, right? It's like I feel her, but she doesn't feel alive. Eight of Cups, but I don't know. I can't remember if she was still alive or not. But I feel like she was coaching him through this. Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands. Somebody kicked him out of heaven. If it won't her, it was a granny-like figure. But it feels like his granny told him, get his ass back. His work was not done. Seven of Wands, Nine of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. In the description box below, you can find several ways to interact with me. One of which is the availability to book private readings. Did I say that? $10 discount winter special on all readings, pre-recorded. I'm not doing live. Please keep in mind when you book a private reading that I don't do readings surrounding celebrities. Thank you for all the love, support, gifts, donations, journeying with me in patience. Thank you to my love who specially requested this and who actually donated for this reading. Queen of Pentacles, keeping that cash app hot, okay? Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, King of Swords, King of Kings and Lords of Lords. Let me see here. Three of Wands, Strength card. I don't know. There's something strange about his mom is still alive, right? I feel something strange about her something behind his back with her that led up to this too as well. I mean, I know they just recently started rekindling, right? Before all of this, but there's some strange, those are some strange looking bells. And I want to hear them ring this morning. So Roy C, Saved by the Bell. He might find something out about his mom and some sneaky business behind the scenes with her. Five of Wands, yeah, argumentative energy, irritability. This is showing everything leading up to what happened to him. So Spirit is basically saying for them to go back to this, it's still stuff left that's going to come out, or there's still ways that he's going to find to solidify himself in this. And the more he does, the more balanced he'll become, and the faster he'll heal his neurological system. Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Four of Wands. Again, and they're also showing from my last, well, y'all can't see it now, but my other Jamie Foxx reading when he was sick, and I was asked to do a reading on him, and it showed a woman that could heal, but then there was a woman who was taking advantage of him, and they showed some put on the rim. They related his situation to Sam Cooke's situation. So you know, I'm not trying to put none on, is her name Katie or whatever? I'm not trying to put none on her. We make a look at her to see what's going on around her. But there's some weird fickle energy surrounding her as well. There's, in that reading, I said that there were women, a lot of women that he couldn't trust. His higher self came in and talked when he was unconscious. Five of Swords during that particular reading. Because I remember I did him and Tupac on the same day. Seven of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. And they did play the death song as if he did cross over. All of these flowers for this friend of ours. It's such a shame. So when Gabriel begins to blow, victory shall be mine. When the horses get ready to go, angels will mainly be. I think he had a near death. There's a story with that if he hasn't told it yet. But yeah, there was a lot of sneaky women behind what happened to him. That's what Spirit is saying. As I lay me down to sleep, I pray. Yeah, he's saying a part of me is gone. Yeah. His soul, like the solar plexus, the soul, soleil, the sun, the energy source. If I die before I wake, I pray my soul you'll take. because I got to get ready when Jesus come, when that chariot come. He's going to be, he fades in and out. When he blacks out, he's tapped in. He can see stuff on the other side now, but it's too distorted. He got to get his anxiety under control when he see. But he talks to his grandma. This would be bad if his grandma is still alive, but I swear there's a granny here that seems to have crossed over, that was there with him through all of this and that's still there with him. Got to be ready. Hangman, Hierophant with the, yep, there's a stage he slips in and out of too. That's that loopy energy, like a baby stage, maybe 3-4 years old. If not, all this is coming. And I mean, I'm not saying it to wish it upon him. I'm just pulling the energy from what it looks like. He's still healing. And there is a lot that they may not be making public, or they won't when it happens. It could be scary for him. I see maybe one of his daughters crying, or do we have one daughter? Yeah, I see her like crying sometimes. But they try to be very patient with him. Like, hold on, don't touch him. Let's let him. He usually snaps out of it, you know? Knight of Pentacles with the Tower card. Yeah, hold on. Something's going to speed up. Hold on. Hey, help is on the way. I did say that. Like his granny want him to go back to church, or, go back to his roots. Similar to Chris's energy. Help is on the way. He may have seen Whitney when he crossed over too. I know all of them told him send his ass. They told him get his ass back. they said hey and everything, but they told take your ass back, dog. You got work to do. And, they thinking about their situations too. Like, come on, Jamie. It's your turn. Like, we didn't get to say whatever. Look, Queen of Swords with the King of Pentacles is that kind of vibe. Look, that might have been Whitney. He's on the way. The preacher's wife. Help is on the way. All right. Ooh, Two of Wands. Why am I hearing it's our anniversary? Today is a special day. Four of Cups. I feel like he could. Ooh. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's someone that crossed over that he's in love with too. And then because he's glitching like this, I feel a weird request. Lord. Yeah, they got to keep him protected. Because what's happening here is they're going to try to diagnose, like throw him, say he's having like mental breakdowns, or he don't know what he's talking about, and triggered schizophrenia or something. No, he just got to ground it. No, he's tapped in now from his near death, and there is a lover that crossed over, that he may request in a distorted way for someone, like he may really start looking for a person, like a preacher or somebody, to marry him with this deceased woman. Again, these are all just like distorted concepts or constructs of what he can evolve into if he just calms down, but his body's still in neurological shock. But overall, yes, he handles himself well, but there's a missing part to his functionality here. He talks, and I see him chilling, but he's more quiet than he used to be. And the silence sit in his energetic field. Like, I feel like even when Jamie could come in a room and was quiet, he still was loud. But then when he started talking, it just could make people feel even more excited, because it confirmed what they felt in his aura when he would come in his energetic field. So, yeah, that's Jamie. He has he's in between realms and stuff. There's awakening still happening with him. There's a due Kundalini activation, so he got to be sure to team up with the trustworthy spiritual people to get him through this, because psychologists and stuff like that's recommended by the industry will just send him in a loop, and if he gets too balanced, they'll throw him in and lock away the key. I mean, you see what I'm saying? I think he's still. I'm hearing aspasia. Yeah, he's still. I'm laughing because I do like spoonerism, but I believe his speech comes, his communication comes out jumbled like that. But lock him up and throw away the key. So I don't know what I said no more. I can't even repeat it. That was hilarious. But all right, guys, my name is Diamond. You're watching Pretty Blind Eyes, and I'll see you next go round. Bye.